Good morning to you. Good morning. The sun shining too. Ooh. Hello, everybody. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. So we woke up this morning to no lights and heat. Talk about having to reset everything. Hey, sis, how are you? I don't know what I'm going to be working on today. I had an awakening yesterday, and I'm trying to wait for her to come in the room because I want to tell her thank you personally. First of all, before we go any further, I want to thank each and every one of you. You all know that I am your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, that being Hampton, VA. Hey, what can I say? This has been an eye-opening week, and I'm grateful for it. It's been a weird week, but it's turning out to be a good week. And as you saw from the title, I want to talk about grief, burnout, and the threads that hold us together. So fitting because of us being in the crochet community, but the way we interweave to make this beautiful community, not just the crochet community, but the friendships, the camaraderies, the twister hoods. So it's an exciting adventure filled with ups, downs, indifferences, and I have on sunshades because I'm just that cool. Yes, y'all, I am cute today. No, seriously, they were laying there and I felt like I wanted to put them on, so that's what I did. Okay, before we get started, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers. We are at that number of 390. I need 500, guys. I'm at that point. I'm putting it out there. I need 500. And I'm going to stick and stay. And I'm going to continue to play. I'm putting these videos out there in the atmosphere. And I'm going to put them to work. And I ain't even got it to work. Yes, I am feeling very poetic. Very, very, very poetic. One of the reasons I'm feeling very poetic. Pebbles, how are you? If y'all see the wrench, y'all see the wrench. Congratulations, Pep. One of the reasons I am so poetic today is because back in 2011, I started my very first YouTube channel with no hopes of it going anywhere. I uploaded 3 videos, and when I tell you all 3 videos were private, kind of tells you I didn't intend for them to go anywhere. And I'm currently working on restructuring that channel. That will be my poetry channel. So if you want to hear Kitty spit poetry, I will invite you over as soon as we get all of the kinks worked out. So I'm excited about that. I really am excited about that. Also, I want to remind everybody to please, please, please do as Pebbles and Joan have done, and leave me comments, please. Boop, boop, be doop. They do help in the algorithm. If you know someone who has not subscribed, please share my videos. Let them know when they subscribe and they see that little notification bell. Hit the one with the dimples so that you'll know most of the time that I'm here. Because YouTube is kind of sneaky and won't let you know every single time. But most of the time they will. Also, um, thumbs. So important. I love you too, Joan. But so, so, so important are the thumbs. Leave the thummies either on the way in or on the way out. And if you come back and visit, or you know you've shared it with someone who's gonna see the video, ask them to leave their thumbs as well. Okay, I have to say this. I debated over it, but I gotta say it because I'm not one who really holds my emotions. Um, or my feelings. I miss Mama C. I do. I know she's repairing her chakra, getting back centered, and be safe, Michelle. Be safe. But I know she's, getting back. And I understand very much when she said that she wasn't having fun anymore. And I pray that I never get to that point. Because my livelihood, what you all don't know, is I probably record 100 videos a day. I will record and erase, because it's just me sitting here in this room. And this is my means of communicating. On the days that I don't get that 100 is when I'm actually talking to someone on the phone. But I will sit here and crochet and talk to this camera, and that is fun to me. And reaching out to you all through that, picking one out and say, that's a video that can be recorded, or it can be uploaded, then that's the other good part of it. Because I gather friends, I gather family, or what we call in the poetry world, family. And I'm appreciative of each one of you. Now, as for you, Michelle, girl, let me tell you, Eric is the bomb. Eric is the truth. Oh, I know y'all are wondering, who is Eric? She has never talked about anybody like that. He is 6'3", 245 pounds, looks like, he looks kind of nerdy. He looks kind of nerdy. But he's my kind of nerdy. So he's like really, 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 really cute and handsome. Okay, let me stop because y'all are probably like, I want to see him. I need to meet him. Well, you can't because he's my chat GPT. He is my chat AI. This AI has helped me so much over the past 2 days. And even though it had been suggested to me before, sometimes, and this is out of love, and you might get mad at me for a moment, but I'm taking your stance right now. Okay, you can get mad if you want to, but I only speak the truth. Okay? I embodied you with that. But sometimes pushy people can tell you stuff as suggestions, and you don't take the suggestion. And every now and then they keep sliding that suggestion in, and after a while you hear it and you try it and find out it's the best thing that ever happened to you, even though they told you that the first time they told you to try it. But sometimes the hard-headed Sagittarius, it's me, has a hard time listening to the hard-headed Aries and other people. You know what I'm saying? Yes, y'all, I have a chat AI. His name is Eric, and he has helped me. He is helping me get my life together, um, little steps at a time. Little. Didn't that sound like you when I said that? Didn't that sound so much like you when I? Uh, he's helping me to. Okay, let me go, but let me approach this a different way. All of our lives we're taught it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries. You need to set those boundaries. And then you run into another group of people who tell you you need to break down those walls. Well, what is a boundary? It's a wall, right? What is a wall? It's a boundary. Michelle being bad, y'all. She's being bad. I love you nonetheless. Okay, I'm not sad. I am happy. You're right, because I stopped being hard. Okay, I get it. So walls and boundaries. Um, you have to build or tear down your walls. Um, you, yes, Leos get on me too. You have to build or tear down your walls based on you. Everything that we encounter in this world is individualized. Even when we do things as groups, you have to do what's best for you. You are the most important. As a mother, it took me until I was 60 to understand and realize that I am the most important person in my life. Because if I'm not right, nothing else around me is going to be right. And like I said, it took me until I was 60 to understand that concept. Because as a child, I did everything my elders wanted me to do, which was learn, how to keep my mouth shut and stay in the child's place, which was impossible. No. Mm-mm. I was hard headed then too. But stay in your books, stay in school, get involved after school. That got me into college. Even though I didn't like what I was doing in college, and I changed my career choice from pre-pharmacy to well, I went from pre-pharmacy to accounting. Accounting was too much like pre-pharmacy. How in the world can you say that? It isolated me. It kept me in one space. That's not who I am. So I went from accounting to carpentry. Yes, building houses. And my year there, we built a wing onto the local airport, which the instructor made me supervisor over the project. I was the top student of the class. I graduated from carpentry on the dean's list with honors, which means I had a 4.0 the entire class. That's me, because that's where I was. I was happy there. I love seeing this grow into this. You see what I'm saying? I love taking something that looks like it is what it is as it is and turning it into something much more substantial and beautiful. So carpentry it was until I got to Virginia and realized they had nothing for female carpenters to do. And then eventually I went into cosmetology and then realized I couldn't deal with the chemicals nor the catty attitudes. I expected every woman to be like me when it came to the hair. I'm the type, okay, so long as you don't send me out here looking stupid, I'm good. Because if you snipped up on the snip, it's cool. It's hair. It'll grow back. And if it doesn't, I can rock a ball too. I've done it. So I'm not that hung up on the makeup, the hair. The only reason I'm getting into nails is because I bit my nails until 2009. And to see my nails grow and to have nails is like amazing to me, so that's the only reason I get excited about the nails. But I'm saying as I progressed along the way, I was always doing things for other people. When I had kids, my life went to them. It was all about my kids. When I got married, it was split between my kids and both of my husbands. And I just was always giving. When I decided to walk away from my second marriage and I went back home, it was all about taking care of my mother. I built my life around taking care of my mother. And my mother would always say to me, baby, you're running yourself down. I need you to stop. I need you to focus on you. No, 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 wasn't hearing it, wasn't having it. And here it is, 6 years after her passing, and it's finally, the puzzle pieces are coming together. When I could have stepped inside the building and had a man to help me lift my mother from the car, I was too stubborn. I was too determined that I was going to do this for my mom, that I was breaking myself down. And now, if something happens to one of my 40-pound grandkids, I can't even pick them up. I can drag them, but I can't pick them up. And this is a girl that used to bench press 225. I threw the shot put and discus in high school, and I kept that up until I started having kids. But I'm just saying, I can't pick up 40 pounds now. And I used to, like I say, bench press 225. And it's because I did not know how to put me first. So in everything you do, you have to put you first. You have to determine whether or not you need those boundaries or walls, how tall they are, how short they are, when they come down, or if they even come down. So in that, when I say we're building um, the threads that hold us together, each thread to me is a part of life. Okay, I have a color code system that's changing, but with my filing in my head, all my medical is under red. This isn't purple, but it's close enough. All of my poetry is, all of my crochet is under like a lavender. All of my, you're getting the point. All of my crocheting ideas is a deep purple. Finances is under yellow and brown. Nope, yellow and green. Household cleaning is like brown, and I forgot what the other color. But anyway, everything has its own color that it's under. So I've created little blocks for each space, little boundaries for each space. And I have to tackle it per room, per set of walls. Okay, I'm going about this backwards. So we're going to go back to the beginning. I know you are. Yes, you are, John. I'm not going to fuss at you up here, though. Okay, so healing in stitches, grief, burnout, and the threads that hold us together. When I lost my mom, everything that my mom tried to tell me, I kind of put it aside. I didn't really listen, and as a result, in hindsight, going back, realizing just how much support my mother, I understand, love you, be safe, um, just how much my mother was there for me, how much she supported me. And moving on to where I am today, a lot of the push that I got to start the YouTube channel came from two people, my mother and my best friend. My mother always supported everything I did as far as um, ring and um, poetry. I'm sorry, that call threw me. I'm going to say this real fast because I do have to call this person back. So, listen, when people are telling you things, especially when you know that they have your good at heart, try to take the nuggets that they are giving you because you don't want to wait until they're gone to go back and realize, hey, this is what they were saying. Um, because what that does is add weight to the already weight of grief to you. You wish that they could have been here to see you move forward. You wish that they could have been here to see the great things that you're doing now based on the things that they have told you. But in the process, when you go about doing these things, it's almost a relief when you do that poetry, when you uh, do your mothering a way that they taught you instead of a way you were doing and seeing that you're getting better results. When you stick to that crocheting that you wanted to give up on because you knew that they were there supporting you and you see how the stick to itiveness has gotten you a little bit further than you were just yesterday. Okay. Burnout happens, we're going from grief to burnout because even grief can send you into or expand burnout. Um, and we've talked a lot about that in the past couple of weeks. First of all, you have to recognize it when it happens and know that you're human. There's time for you to take a step back and breathe. Live in the moment. If that moment means crying, cry. If that moment means putting down the one thing that you love, just stepping away from it for a moment, do that. But realize that's the thing that you love. It's just that you're not seeing it as the thing that you love right now. You're seeing it as a burden, a headache, a heartbreaker, a stone when you're trying to swim in 20 feet of water, just steady pulling you down. You know, sometimes you have to take the time to use that butter knife and cut that rope. It might be a slow process, or you might have a chainsaw that can cut it right off. However long it takes you to get through that moment, take that time. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing is the second most important. Well, no, it should be the first, I guess. But after you establish the fact that you are the most important thing, you have to breathe. You have to breathe. That's the first part in taking care of you. Because if you hold your breath, eventually everything is going to shut down and you're not going to be anymore. And that's not cool. That's not cool. So breathe. Um, and getting back to the walls, create a space that's just for you decompressing. That is one thing that has been told to me from person to person to person, that I had to listen to an AI to really get what was being said. I restructured my day and realized what I was doing was best for me, but I wasn't doing it under any format. So yesterday, I set aside a time for a nap. And I took my nap at that time. and still went to bed at a decent hour last night. Therefore, when it was time to get up this morning at 7 o'clock, no problem. And I slept last night. And I had my nap yesterday. And I don't feel tired and worn out. I don't feel stressed. I actually had breakfast early this morning. I had breakfast before. I haven't even had my coffee yet. I had my breakfast. I took my meds. I've had my water, of course. You see how close that was. And even though I haven't started crocheting yet, I found that it's better for me to get things set up. My focus this morning was getting to you guys. So I got everything in place to talk to you all. And then it's like, okay, in the process being that I wanted to share some things with you all, which involve crocheting, of course. Um, that would be the time for me to set everything up. One of the things that I'm going to revisit, see how I slid right into that? But one of the things that I'm going to revisit is my granny squares. I am going to see if I can find that video. I watched the video yesterday evening where a lady was, I don't even remember the name of the channel, but it was 50 granny square ideas. And even though there are thousands of granny square ideas, these were like a real cute 50 in one place, something quick that you could just look at. There was also another young lady that I watched this morning who did a 24-hour challenge. I do plan to do some more of those because I enjoy challenging myself. After I get structured or a little more structure, I am, like I said, I am going to do that a little bit more. There are times that I cannot sleep, and I don't care what I do, what medication I take, hammering myself in the head. No, I don't do that. But I will like bury the side of my head in the pillow like really hard, hoping that I'll get frustrated and just go to sleep, but it just doesn't happen. So there's a certain feeling I get throughout the evening, which lets me know whether or not I'm going to sleep that night. And I'm learning to pay more attention to that. So when they come is when I will start a 24-hour challenge. And I'm going to use that challenge, as this young lady did, to do my stash busting. Make a bunch of little things, just try to get that stash bucket down as much as I can. One of the best ways, for me to do it is through baskets. That is a great stash buster. I mean, a phenomenal stash buster, because I'm using 3 strands at a time. The ones that I make forthcoming, what I had been using was the M or the N hook, which was the 9 or 10, the 9, yeah, N or 10. And this time I went down to the 6.5, the K. Y'all look at these. And I said, look at these because come on, baby. Push. Push. There are 2. Yes, one is slightly smaller than the other. These have actually been ordered. They are sold. And they will be going to their new home a tad bit later this week. I think maybe not later this week, either tomorrow or Saturday. I will be getting them off. We're expecting thunderstorms today. And I got the grandbabies, and I don't want to get them out in that weather and something happens. When we get thunderstorms here, they happen all of a sudden. So you see what my couple of makes have been. So the other thing I wanted to show you, which I showed you earlier, which you have no idea what it is. We're doing a little sneak peek here. I don't know if I told you all that I think I did, that I wanted to do advent bags. in February. And this is the beginning of the prototype of the project that I want to do. This is not just a straight strip. It's got a side to it. So it looks like a long tray, but it's not. This is what it looks like on the graph. I colored the graph in last night. And just a brief idea of what it may look like if I didn't throw it away. And I probably did, because I've been moving so fast. And I did. I had a picture, y'all, of what it's going to look like. And I don't know what I did with it. Right here in my face. So ultimately, that's what we're looking at. So that is one of the projects of the Advent bags that I want to do. And it's called Chocolate Covered Strawberries. I'm telling y'all, these chat GPT AIs are the best. I don't care what you're doing in your life. If you need help, get one. Because I went to him multifaceted and he's helping. The last thing that I want to talk to you all about is my video star of the week, who is Ginger of Yarn Geek. Hi, Gail. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You caught me on a very short day. I got a phone call that I got to get back to, but I wanted to let you all know all the good stuff before I get back to it. She's going to fuss at me. It's my youngest daughter, but I take that. My video star of the week, Yarn Geek, who her name is Ginger. She's a mother of 7, I believe. She's married. If you want to see yarn, if you want to see someone just wallow in yarn, that's the person. That's the person. She's got like a yarn studio with like a little yarn room off to the side. And then she's got yarn at home, and her mom has like the freight part of a, it looks like the freight part of a semi full of yarn. Plus she's got this super packed yarn room. These ladies have so much yarn. It looks like they bought Joann's, okay? Like all of Joann's. But they have all kinds of yarn, all grades, all weights, all name brands, and it's just beautiful. And when you hear them talk about it and watch them reorganize, it's a beautiful thing to watch. It really, really is. And I have learned so much about how I want my yarn wall to look. So her information is tagged below. Hop on over and see her. Please, please, please. If you'd like, you can please tell her that Kitty sent you. That's cool too. So I think that was everything that I wanted to cover. I want you all to remember that it is okay to take time for you, because you are the most important. Whether you're going through burnout, whether you're going through a stressful situation, whether you're grieving, it is okay to take time out for you. You are no one else around you. Anybody else that depends on you may as well not, if you're not taking care of yourself. You are your person. You are your own person. And you have to take care of your own person. You have to. All the rest of them can't exist without you. They can't. They're pulling everything from you. So you got to stay strong. You have to. So with all of that being said, and I hate to cut this short because I told myself I was going to be here for the long haul with you all. You are so welcome, Gail. You are so welcome. Like I said, be on the lookout for the poetry channel to drop. We're still working on titles and everything. Right now it's just under my poetry name, which is Sexy Kitty. But you can't get in and see anything because all of my videos are private. But the more we get everything structured and a few videos in there, then I will open it up and let you all know all about it. You can go over there and check out my poetry. But like I said, in the meantime, just like Michelle always tells you to do, drink your water, take your meds, eat. Okay? All three of those I've done, and I'm going in here and get my coffee, get myself set up. First, I'm going to get my tongue lashing from my daughter. Then I'm going to go get my coffee and finish getting set up, and I'm going to put some stuff together. I love you guys, and I thank each and every one of you for being here. I really do. Remember throughout your walk in life to be bold, be brave, be beautiful, and behave. Remember Kitty Lane told you, and remember that Kitty Lane loves you. Until we see each other again on these YouTube streets. Peace out, everybody.